In the quiet corners of ancient history, hidden beneath the weight of time, lies a book that was once revered, then mysteriously cast aside, a book shrouded in mystery, controversy, and forbidden knowledge. The Book of Enoch, an ancient text attributed to one of the earliest biblical figures, was once considered sacred by many. Yet, as centuries passed, it vanished from the official scriptures, condemned and forgotten by the very institutions that once upheld divine truth. But why? What secrets did it contain that made religious authorities recoil? Was it a threat to established beliefs, or did it reveal something the world was never meant to know? This is the story of a book that walked the fine line between divine revelation and dangerous heresy, a manuscript that speaks of fallen angels, hidden realms, and a great cosmic battle beyond human comprehension. A text that, despite being banned, refuses to be silenced. To understand why the Book of Enoch was erased from the biblical canon, we must first journey back to an age where the lines between heaven and earth were not yet drawn, where angels descended, and mankind stood on the precipice of forbidden wisdom. The Book of Enoch was not just another ancient text, it was a book that delved into mysteries beyond human understanding. It spoke of the Watchers, a group of angels who descended to earth and defied divine law by taking human wives, giving birth to the Nephilim, giant offspring with extraordinary powers. It detailed the corruption of mankind, the secrets of heaven revealed to mortals, and the impending judgment of God. These were not just stories, they were revelations that challenged the way people understood the divine order. For centuries, this book was highly regarded, even quoted in the New Testament by Jude. The early church fathers, including Tertullian, recognized its significance, and some Jewish sects, like the Essenes, preserved copies of it among the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yet, despite this, it was cast out from the official biblical canon. The question remains, why would such a powerful and influential text be banned? The answer lies in the danger it posed to religious authorities. The Book of Enoch described angels as beings who could defy God's will, make their own choices, and directly intervene in human affairs. This was a radical idea, one that conflicted with the growing theological structures of Judaism and Christianity. If angels could fall so easily, what did that mean for the nature of divine order? If hidden knowledge could be revealed to men, what did that mean for religious institutions that controlled access to Scripture? Another reason for its rejection was its apocalyptic nature. The book prophesied a future judgment, a time when not just mankind, but even celestial beings would be held accountable for their actions. This theme of divine justice, where the powerful, both earthly and heavenly, would face consequences, was unsettling. It threatened the stability of religious teachings that focused on obedience and order. Leaders feared that such revelations could inspire unrest or even challenge their authority. As the early church solidified its doctrines, certain texts were deemed too dangerous, too radical, or too incompatible with the emerging structure of Christianity. The Book of Enoch was one of them. By the time the biblical canon was finalized, it had been left out, considered non-canonical by both Jewish and Christian leaders. It survived only in fragments, preserved in Ethiopian and Slavic traditions, hidden away from the mainstream religious world. But despite being banned, the Book of Enoch never truly disappeared. It continued to surface throughout history, whispered about in secret circles, referenced in esoteric teachings, and rediscovered in ancient manuscripts. The question remains, what knowledge does it contain that some still fear to this day? The Book of Enoch did not simply fade into obscurity. It lingered in the shadows, its influence stretching across generations, quietly shaping mystical traditions, secret societies, and even modern interpretations of biblical prophecy. While it was banned from the official canon, it was never truly forgotten. Among the groups that kept its teachings alive, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church stood apart. Unlike Western Christianity, which rejected the text, Ethiopian scholars preserved it as part of their sacred scriptures, believing it contained divine revelations meant for humanity. Their version of the book remained intact, untouched by the hands that sought to erase it. This raises an intriguing question: if one ancient Christian tradition upheld its authenticity, why did others condemn it? The answer may lie in the nature of its content. The Book of Enoch does not simply recount stories of angels and divine judgment, it delves into cosmic secrets, hidden knowledge, and the structure of the heavens. It speaks of portals that connect worlds, of stars with assigned roles, of celestial beings who record every action of mankind. It describes an unseen war, a battle not just between good and evil, but between those who seek enlightenment and those who seek control. Perhaps this is why it was feared. If the Book of Enoch encouraged people to question the spiritual hierarchy, to see beyond what was being taught, and to believe that divine knowledge could be revealed to those outside of religious authority, then it was a threat. A book that empowers individuals with forbidden knowledge is a book that challenges those who hold power. But despite being hidden, it found ways to resurface. When the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in the 20th century, fragments of Enoch's writings were found among them, proving that it was once considered sacred by ancient Jewish communities. Its presence among these texts raised new questions. Why was it removed from Jewish teachings? Why did later Christian leaders follow suit? And most importantly, what were they trying to hide? Even today, the Book of Enoch continues to spark debate. Scholars analyze its cryptic visions, conspiracy theorists claim it reveals extraterrestrial encounters, and theologians wrestle with its implications. Was it truly divinely inspired, or was it a product of human imagination? Was it banned for theological reasons, or was there something within its pages that religious leaders feared the world would know? And if it was meant to be silenced, why does it keep coming back? The Book of Enoch refuses to be forgotten, resurfacing time and time again as if it carries a message the world was never meant to lose. Its survival, despite deliberate suppression, suggests that its contents hold something more than mere mythology, perhaps a hidden truth, a warning, or knowledge that challenges the boundaries of human understanding. Some believe that the reason for its exclusion was far deeper than theological differences. The book speaks of the Watchers, fallen angels who descended to earth and shared forbidden knowledge with humanity, secrets of the heavens, advanced sciences, and the mysteries of creation itself. It tells of how these angels corrupted mankind, leading to chaos and destruction, ultimately provoking divine wrath in the form of the Great Flood. But what if these stories were more than just allegories? What if they hinted at real events that religious authorities feared would undermine their teachings? There are those who suggest that the Book of Enoch provides evidence of an ancient and forgotten history, one where celestial beings interacted with early humans, altering the course of civilization. Some go as far as to link the Watchers with the gods of ancient mythology, or even extraterrestrial visitors who played a role in human development. Could it be that the book was banned not because it was false, but because it was too dangerous to acknowledge? Even within Christianity, the echoes of Enoch's writings can still be heard. The Book of Jude in the New Testament directly quotes from Enoch, referencing his prophecies of judgment. If the early Christians accepted its words as truth, why was it later discarded? Some argue that its removal was part of a larger effort to control religious narratives, to ensure that only certain perspectives were preserved while others were silenced. But the book's suppression did not erase its influence. Mystical traditions such as Kabbalah, Gnosticism, and other esoteric teachings. If the Book of Enoch carries a truth too powerful to be ignored, then what exactly was it trying to reveal? Was it a lost history of mankind's forgotten past, a warning about the nature of celestial beings, or something even more profound, something that religious and political authority sought to bury for centuries? Many who study the text believe it presents an entirely different view of the cosmos, one where heaven and earth are not separate, but deeply intertwined. It describes angels who walk among humans, not as distant, untouchable beings, but as entities capable of desire, emotion, and rebellion. It suggests that divine knowledge was once freely shared, but then hidden away after it led to corruption and destruction. Could this be why religious institutions sought to suppress it? If the book were included in the biblical canon, it would raise uncomfortable questions. What if angels are not simply messengers of God but beings with their own will? What if humanity was once more enlightened but was stripped of that knowledge? What if the true nature of creation has been kept from us? The Book of Enoch does not only dwell on the past, it also speaks of the future. It contains apocalyptic prophecies that predict the final judgment, where both humans and fallen angels will face divine retribution. It tells of a day when hidden truths will be revealed, when those in power will be held accountable, and when the righteous will be vindicated. This theme of ultimate justice is one of the most striking aspects of the text. Throughout history, those who seek control have feared the idea that knowledge could empower the masses. The removal of the Book of Enoch from the Bible could be seen as part of a broader effort to shape religious doctrine in a way that preserved hierarchy and obedience. But despite these efforts, the book has endured. From the caves of Qumran to the libraries of Ethiopia, from secret religious circles to modern scholars, it has persisted, waiting for the right moment to resurface. And now, in an age where lost knowledge is being rediscovered, where ancient texts are being re-examined with fresh eyes, perhaps the world is finally ready to confront its mysteries. If the Book of Enoch was meant to be erased from history, then why has it survived against all odds? What truth does it hold that refuses to be silenced? And most importantly, if we dare to listen, what will it reveal about our past, our future, and the very nature of our existence? The persistence of the Book of Enoch is no accident. Something within its pages refuses to be buried, as if the book itself is waiting for the right moment to be understood. But what if the moment is now? What if we are on the brink of uncovering the very knowledge that religious and political authorities feared for centuries? The book speaks of a hidden war, not just one fought with swords or armies, but a cosmic battle between forces of light and darkness, between those who seek to control knowledge and those who seek to reveal it. The fallen angels, the Watchers, were not merely cast down for their rebellion, but for sharing wisdom that humanity was not meant to possess. They revealed secrets of the heavens, the power of the stars, the workings of the natural world, and even the arts of war and sorcery. This was not just forbidden knowledge, it was dangerous knowledge, knowledge that could elevate mankind beyond its place, disrupting the order set by God. But was this knowledge truly evil, or was it simply knowledge that threatened the ruling order? And if it was so dangerous, why did it remain hidden rather than destroyed? Perhaps because even those who sought to suppress it knew that it contained something too powerful to erase completely. The Book of Enoch also presents a terrifying vision of the judgment to come. Unlike traditional biblical texts, which focus primarily on human salvation, Enoch's writings go further, warning of a time when celestial beings themselves will face judgment. This is a radical idea, one that suggests that even the most powerful entities in existence are not beyond accountability. This could explain why certain religious leaders wanted the book removed. If angels could fall, if divine beings could be judged, what did that mean for human leaders who claimed divine authority? What did it mean for the institutions that had built their power on the idea of unshakable divine order? The implications were too dangerous, too disruptive. Yet, in our modern age, the book has returned. No longer hidden in forgotten archives, it has found new life in the hands of scholars, theologians, and truth-seekers who refuse to accept only the history they have been given. In an era of lost knowledge being rediscovered, ancient texts being deciphered, and hidden truths being exposed, the Book of Enoch stands as a symbol of something greater, an unfinished puzzle that could rewrite everything we think we know about our past, our faith, and our place in the universe. If it was once deemed too dangerous to be read, perhaps now is the time to ask, was it because it was false, or because it was true? If the Book of Enoch was banned because it was true, then what truth does it hold that was so dangerous? Could it be that it contains answers about our origins, our purpose, and the forces that have shaped our world from the beginning? And if those answers were once hidden, then who, or what, wanted them buried? The idea that humanity once possessed forbidden knowledge, only to have it stripped away, is not unique to Enoch. Many ancient traditions speak of a lost wisdom, a time when divine beings walked among men, sharing secrets that could elevate human consciousness. But the Book of Enoch takes this further. It names the beings who did this, describes their fall, and warns of the consequences that followed. It suggests that knowledge itself can be a double-edged sword, capable of great enlightenment, but also of great destruction. One of the most chilling aspects of the book is its description of the Nephilim, the offspring of fallen angels and human women. These were beings of immense power, giants who ruled the earth and corrupted mankind. Their presence was seen as an abomination, a violation of the natural order, and their existence was so threatening that God sent the Great Flood to wipe them out. But the question lingers, was the flood truly meant to destroy humanity's wickedness, or was it to erase something else? If the Nephilim were real, if they were the result of celestial beings interfering with humanity, then it would rewrite everything we know about history, faith, and even evolution itself. It would mean that we are not alone, that we never were, and that forces beyond our comprehension have been shaping our existence since the dawn of time. Perhaps this is why the Book of Enoch was removed. Not because it was heresy, but because it threatened to reveal too much. The idea that divine beings could act independently, that knowledge could be given and then taken away, that a hidden war has been fought over human destiny, these are revelations that could shake the very foundations of religious belief. But now, in an age where hidden truths are emerging, where lost scriptures are being recovered, and where ancient mysteries are being re-examined, the Book of Enoch is speaking again. It has returned at a time when humanity is searching for answers, when the boundaries between myth and history are beginning to blur. If it was truly meant to be forgotten, then why has it survived? If its words were meant to be silenced, why do they still echo across time? And if it contains a warning about the future, then are we ready to listen? The Book of Enoch refuses to be forgotten because its message was never meant to disappear. It is a book that speaks of hidden knowledge, fallen angels, a battle between light and darkness, and a future judgment that will bring all things into the open. For centuries, it was suppressed, erased from religious texts, and labeled as too dangerous. But despite every attempt to silence it, it has survived. Why? Because truth cannot be buried forever. We are now living in a time when lost knowledge is resurfacing, when hidden truths are being revealed, and when the mysteries of the past are no longer beyond our reach. The Book of Enoch may have been banned, but its voice is louder than ever. It challenges us to question what we've been told, to seek beyond the surface, and to uncover the knowledge that was once kept from us. So, what do you believe? Was it removed because it was heresy, or because it was the key to understanding something far greater? If this story has opened your eyes, don't let it stop here. Like this video, subscribe for more deep dives into lost history, hidden scriptures, and biblical mysteries. And if you're led, consider donating to support this work. Check the description below for more ways to help. God bless you abundantly, and remember, truth will always find a way to be known.